Dr. Sridhar, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government City College, Hyderabad. Today's topic is accounting standards. Sessions overview. Every profession develops a body of knowledge consisting of principles which are considered as standard to be attained. Accounting is no exception. In India, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, that is ICAI, has developed accounting standards based on the generally accepted accounting standards to be used in the preparation of financial statements. Here we will be covering what is accounting standards and what is the need for accounting standards. As we know that every discipline requires some set of principles which need to be followed so as to bring in some commonness in the output derived. That is what the standard is. The definition of standard is a norm or condition which once established will not change, and here the standard or the norm or the rules or regulations which govern the accounting process, we call it as accounting standards. And in today's class we will cover the importance of accounting standards in the preparation of financial statements, and we will also look at application of accounting standard number 1 relating to disclosure of accounting policies, and application of accounting standard number 4 relating to events occurring after the balance sheet date for preparation of financial statements. First, we look at the importance of accounting standards. The users of financial statements need an assurance that the entities preparing their financial statements follow the accepted standards while presenting their financial information in the financial statements. Here, the accounting is an information system which will provide information to the users of accounting information. The users will make use of the information for taking various decisions. That is, based on the information that is provided by the accounting, the decisions are made by the different users. And here there should be the information that is supplied by the accounting should be able to have comparison, should facilitate the comparison, both intra comparison and inter comparison. Here intra comparison is a comparison which is compared within the organization from year to year. That is, the performance of the organization will be compared from one year to another year within the same company. Whereas comparing the performance of one company with that of another company, we call it as inter-firm comparison. Here, if the accounting is followed or the accounting process is followed by undertaking a common policies or principles, then only it will be able to have a comparison. That is, if different accountants make use of their own accounting methods, then the output that derived from the accounting statements cannot be able to compare. So in order to bring in the common uniformity in the accounting practices, the accounting standards have come into picture. Then we look at accounting standard number 1 that deals with disclosure of accounting policies. So disclosure of accounting policies relates to two things. One is fundamental accounting assumptions and accounting policies. The fundamental accounting assumptions are three. One is going concern concept, consistency concept and accrual concept. Here, according to going concern concept, we assume that the company or the firm will have a long life, that is ever ending or perpetuity in its life. Whereas in case of consistency, that is the methods or accounting treatment that is followed by the organization should be continued forever without any change in the method of accounting. That is, the consistency should be maintained in respect of the accounting methods. Accrual concept, that is, accounting is based on the accrual concept, that is whether it is received or not in cash, but if the event has occurred, that need to be recorded. So these are the different accounting assumptions. Areas in which accounting policies are anchored, that is, the different accounting policies are anchored. Here accounting provides different methods for depreciation, depletion and amortization. Here There are different methods of depreciation wherein the company has to choose the appropriate one which will best suit the organization. So as there are different methods that are provided for charging the depreciation, it is left to the organizations to choose, and if there is a discrimination, if the company goes on changes its accounting policy, it will have impact on the financial statements. And next one is treatment of expenditure during the construction, conversion or translation of foreign currency items. All these will result in differing accounting policies. That is, they got more than one accounting policies. And areas in which different accounting policies are encountered are valuation of inventories. Here in case of valuation of inventories, we got different methods like LIFO method, FIFO method, average stock method, base stock method, weighted average method. Different methods are there which will give scope for having a different policies in the accounting. And treatment of goodwill, that is creation of goodwill and treatment of goodwill will also have a different methods of considerations. Valuation of investments, treatment of retirement benefits, which will give scope for multiple accounting policies. And also recognizing of profit on long-term contracts, valuation of fixed assets, treatment of contingent liabilities, all these will differ in its accounting policies. Considerations in the selection of accounting policies. What is that need to be considered while selecting a accounting policy? We need to have three things in mind before we pick up a particular accounting policy. One is prudence, substance over form, and the materiality. Then all significant accounting policies adopted in preparation and presentation of financial statements should be disclosed. Here, according to standard number 1, accounting standard number 1, whatever the accounting policies that we are following that need to be displayed or disclosed in the financial statement. The disclosure of significant accounting policies as such should form part of the financial statements, and the significant accounting policy should normally be disclosed in one place. You need to show them at one particular place. This is what the accounting standard number 1 says. If the fundamental accounting assumptions, that is going concern, consistency, accrual, are followed in financial statements, specific disclosure is not required. If the fundamental accounting assumptions is not followed, the fact should be disclosed. If the company is adhering to these three accounting fundamental assumptions, that is consistency, going concern, and accrual, they need not specify or disclose the accounting policies. But in case where they are deviating from these, they need to certainly disclose the accounting policies that they have followed in the preparation of their financial statements. Then we'll move on to the next accounting standard number 4, that is contingencies and events occurring after the balance sheet. This is also very important in the preparation of financial statements. So this standard deals with treatment in financial statements of the two things. One is contingencies and the other one is events occurring after the balance sheet date. And this is not applicable, that is AS4, accounting standard number 4 is not applicable in the following cases: liabilities of life insurance and general insurance section enterprises arising from policies issued, obligations under retirement benefit plans, and commitments arising from long-term lease contracts. So for all these three categories, AS4 is not applicable. Now we will look at the definitions of what is contingency and what are the events that occur after the balance sheet. A contingency is a condition or a situation, the ultimate outcome of which, gain or loss, will be known or determined only on the occurrence or non-occurrence of one or more uncertain future events. Here, a liability which is not a liability on this date, but depending upon a happening of or non-happening of a future event, it may be converted into a liability, which we call it as a contingent liability. That is, here the contingent liabilities the contingencies will always depend on the occurrence or non-occurrence of a one or more uncertain future events. So present, right now we cannot predict it as a liability, but based on the future course of action it may be converted into a liability, and these contingent liabilities are also subject to disclosure in the financial statements. And what we look at events after the balance sheet date. These are those significant events, both favorable and unfavorable, that occur between the balance sheet date and the date on which the financial statements are approved by the board of directors. Here, so any event which is happening after the preparation and before the approval of the financial statements by board of directors, all those items or events that may result in a favorable condition or unfavorable condition to the organization, but all these events are called as events after the balance sheet date. These represents material changes and commitments affecting the financial position of the enterprise. Here, as these events have bearing on the financial performance of the organization, these are also to be disclosed in the financial statements. So today we have discussed about what is accounting standard, what is the importance of accounting standard, and the two accounting standards, that is AS1, this which deals with the disclosure of accounting policies, and AS4 that deals with contingencies and events occurring after the balance sheet date, have bearing in the financial statements preparation and presentation, which need to be considered while preparation of financial statements of the organization. So this is for the today's class. Thank you.